Hello Rakesh.
Yes.
My name's Phillip Brown, and as you know I'm the OH&S manager here at Metalsa. Today is the first of 4 steps that you're going to do on your learning pathway for becoming a workplace emergency warden.
Yes.
Okay. By the end of this session, you'll be able to contain liquid chemical spills. We'll discuss some of the workplace risks and review the countermeasures available that we have here at Metalsa.
Okay.
This is a priority in the emergency training because it's most important that these spills are dealt with immediately. Like, the difference between a spill and a disaster is time. So if you know how to respond to it promptly, that'll make all the difference. As you can imagine here, if we had a fuel spill and it was small, you could contain it. If nobody got to it and it went over a large area, what would happen?
Yeah, it will be more problem.
Yeah. And more risk of going down a drain.
Yes.
And fumes everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. When we're handling any of this gear, and during all of the emergency warden training, the standard issue here, as you know,
Yes.
our PPE, personal protective equipment of safety glasses and gloves. You need to make sure you wear those when dealing with spills.
Yes.
Okay. So for us today, what we're talking about is on site we have 2 spill kits.
Yes.
One is the red chemical spill kit, and the other one is a hydrocarbon spill kit. Do you know what hydrocarbons are?
Hydraulic oil or some.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good work. You know your stuff. Exactly. So if we have an oil spill, which is most likely in our plan, it's the yellow bin.
Yes.
If it's a chemical spill, there are 2 small areas where there are chemicals. Use the red ones.
Okay.
It's labelled on there quite clearly.
Yes.
I'll give you a copy of that.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, we have a procedure at Metalsa for how to deal with it. And we'll talk about that now.
Okay.
As well as I'll give you a copy to take away. As we said, we go by colour coding with red and yellow.
Yes.
Okay? On our procedure of how to deal with each item. Now, but for a lot of the items, basically, it's the same response.
Okay.
So, the first thing you need to notify your team leader and a supervisor and check the MSDS for the method of handling of required PPE. With all our oils,
Yes.
the MSDS is going to say glasses and gloves,
Yes.
unless there's a fire. So we're just talking about spills today though.
Yes.
Okay. You need to isolate the spill by using plugs and dikes or tape off the area.
Yes.
Right. Do you know, so we've talked about gloves.
Yes.
You can either use yours if available, but in each spill kit are these.
Yes.
And when they talk about plugs and dikes, we can use these pads
Yes.
to stop the spill. Okay? That's what they're talking about.
So do we put around the spill?
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason why you do it is to contain it, as well as you might go the other way. You might not put it around the spill, you may put it around the drain to stop it going down the drain.
Okay.
Okay? Depends on the size of the spill.
Yeah.
Okay? And then we have the 2 types of absorbent to deal with the spill. Okay? Now, if we're talking about oil, the absorbent might go on and use a shovel to shovel it into the bin, which is kind of handy with their bin sizes. You don't have to go looking for another bin
Yes.
to do that. And if we're talking about a chemical spill, so the red ones, you might be required to put the absorbent material in a contaminated waste bag.
Okay.
So we're talking about chemicals. And then either way, either the absorbent material we put in the prescribed waste bins.
Yes.
Okay. You also need to make sure you advise the management team of any incident And normally you'll be requested at that stage to fill in a incident report form. Now I know you've seen these before, and we use them for injuries, near misses and plant and equipment damage.
Yes.
So we would either put it as a property damage or as a spill, the incident only, and we put the details.
Yeah.
So we can get that information from you straight away, that would be helpful.
Okay.
So, to go back to it, priorities, there's a spill. Assess and notify your team leader. Use the equipment with your PPE to contain it.
Yes.
Clean it up, depending on the size. And then what you do is dispose of the absorbent material and do the report.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go through this again. Gloves.
Gloves.
You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
Pads.
Pads. Plug-in pads. Yes.
Yeah. This contains them. Waste bag.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll put them here. Right. Let's do a quick show of how this works. Seem good?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say we have a spill. This is just standard saline solution water from the first aid kit.
Yes.
Now, obviously the spill here may be hundreds of litres. The type of material you would use for an oil spill, if this was oil, is the absorbent material is a wood-based product, just like sawdust. Okay. If it's soaked in oil, yes, it will have a flammable component to it,
Yes.
but this is just water, so we're just doing it as an example. As you can see, it starts to soak it all up.
Yep.
There's no water there now. These materials are quite effective with absorbing it.
Okay.
Okay. When you have the spill, you spread it
Spread.
evenly around.
Yep.
Okay. Then, as I said, you either sweep it up or shovel it up.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what I'll do now, well, before we do it, do you have any questions?
No, it's just pretty straightforward. We got, yes, we got the material, whatever we need in the spill kit. We got gloves, sawdust, and plugs.
So, there's a spill.
Yes.
What do you do?
Identify which spill is chemical or oil.
Yep.
What it is.
Very good.
And according to that, we're using the red one is for the chemical and yellow one is for the just hydraulic oil or normal oil.
That's right.
Yes. And then we just plug it first where if we want to spread it,
Contain.
contains. So depend on the how big the spill is. If spill is too big, so we just contain in the drainage.
That's
So
right.
it stop going into the drainage.
Yep.
And then we start sprinkling this sawdust on it.
Yep.
And then we shovel it. We
Yep.
put in the, if chemical, we put in the special bag. This contaminate waste.
Yep.
Right. And then we put in the prescribed waste.
That's right. Very good. Yep.
And after we write on the incident report.
That's right. As always here, we need to have all the information documented.
Yes.
So yes, always the incident reported there.
Yes.
Paperwork, sorry. That's the way it is. Okay.
Yes.
So we've gone through everything today.
Yes.
You're now able to contain liquid chemical spills in the workplace.
Yes.
You feel confident in that?
Yes, I'm fine with now with the change.
Got any other questions with it?
So normally, this sort of chemical, they should be in one special cabinet or something.
The chemicals we use?
Yes.
Yes, they're usually stored in the oil store, and there is quite a few of these the spill kits in the oil store.
Okay.
Yep.
So we know where the location of these spill kits, where they are.
We have a main oil store where that's where most of the spill kits are.
Okay.
But probably something I was going to ask you to do, yeah, it's a good question, is when you go back to your work area, make sure you locate your nearest spill kit
Yes.
and check, as we can see in the photo, that it's either cable tied or locked up and secured, or if it is open,
Yes.
make sure that it has all the contents in. If it doesn't appear to be, you need to report it back to myself
Yes.
or the maintenance supervisor, and we'll make sure they're stocked up.
Okay.
If they're sealed, that means the maintenance supervisor or the external provider has checked them.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
But, you know, feel confident in using it.
Yes.
Alright? It's very cheap.
Yeah.
A fire's quite expensive.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So make sure you use them when you can. So you'll take this knowledge now, then you'll go to do your further training as an emergency warden on fire extinguishers and evacuation. And then, as we've discussed before, you'll do an evacuation full drill with all the employees and the emergency team.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So thanks very much for today, Rakesh, and thanks for your attention.
Thanks for your giving me knowledge, and I'll be more confident end of the day.
Make sure you come back and ask me any questions if you need to.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.